the past 6 weeks, I blew 11 prop firm funded accounts and still walked away with the biggest overall payout of my trading career across the 6 weeks. I'm going to break down the tools, strategy, money management, and logic that made it possible. We will own a bank account where I will show how I manage these payouts so they will continue to generate income for me. Let's keep in mind, I am not a money manager, I am not an investment advisor. What I will share with you works for me. And of course, I cannot guarantee that it will work for you. So please do your own due diligence. So please leave this video a like and let's get started. So as far as tools, no question, OmniEdge. OmniEdge is my number one go-to indicator, and it's not even an indicator, it's really a methodology. And now that it has a time shift component, it can find targets for you 22 hours a day, 5 days a week. It doesn't matter if it's 8 o'clock in the evening, 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're awake and you want to trade, OmniEdge is going to find these targets for you, and it is consistent. Session after session, instrument after instrument. By the way, OmniEdge is not a lagging indicator. You're going to know about these targets ahead of time. It does not repaint, and it's going to show you exactly where to get in and what to target. More information on OmniEdge is in the description. Now, as far as instruments, gold used to compose about 25% of my overall trading profits, but since October it jumped to around 60%. Gold has been absolutely insane, and again with OmniEdge, I'm pretty much kind of like an addict now. I'm awake at all times of day and night trading gold. So it doesn't matter again what time it is, gold is going to be finding these targets, right? Reach, retest, all kinds of opportunities continuously throughout the 22 hours. This is gold during the London session, so again kind of above this midline, you're looking long. You see here it misses by a little bit, comes back to this midline to the tick, retests it, and this time makes it all the way up. Although it might not look like much, but it's about $1,700 per contract. My next weapon of choice are the HPS Signals. Now these have been absolutely phenomenal. So I post HPS Signals for the YM and NASDAQ a few minutes before the New York session opens, and I post for gold after Globex opens 6 p.m. Eastern. So I posted between like 7 and 8 o'clock for the most part. And again here, gold has been outperforming everything else. I mean, the NASDAQ is great, the YM is also great, but gold is like in a whole different category, just doing amazingly well. This is an example of gold HPS short from Thursday evening. So Asian session going into the London session, short at 41.82, dropping down about $70. That's about 7,000 per contract. Again, not saying obviously anyone can catch the full move. There was no need to catch the full move. Even a fraction of this is still more than fine. So these are the tools I use, but the truth is, of course, I had these tools for years now. So what changed over the past few months that really helped me generate a lot bigger payouts? It was really a combination of two things. First of all, I really took a look and realized the valuations now are so inexpensive. I mean, back in the day when I first started, it was pretty much just the Top Step and Trader came in, but they were all expensive. There were no sales, there were monthly fees. Top Step, for example, had two-step evaluation when they first started, so everything was a lot more expensive and a lot more difficult to qualify for a SIM-funded account. But nowadays, a lot of companies are getting rid of funded fees, and so you can have all in, meaning evaluation and activation for SIM funded under $100. So if you're able to pass these evaluations quickly and efficiently, by efficiently I mean it doesn't take you like 10 times to pass an evaluation, then utilizing rotational risk allocation to move all the funded accounts I have. So on any given day, and it fluctuates, I have anywhere between like 23 and 27 funded accounts. And what happens is, let's say I get into a trade, I have a nice profit, I am switching to a different account. I don't keep trading the same account, because obviously the more you trade, the greater the risk becomes. And so I don't want to be in a situation when I'm up and then giving it back. I want to make sure that at least one account will get paid, will get to a payout. So as soon as I get a profit, I move to a different account and look for another opportunity. Now here's how the math works, because with prop firm accounts, obviously if you lose $2,000, you're not losing $2,000. Even if you're blowing an account, right, you're not losing $2,000. What you are losing is however much it costs you to get the SIM funded account back. Like I said, in my case, for the most part, with 50% success rate, I can get the account back anywhere from $75 to like $150 or $200 at most. That's what it would cost me to get this account back. So now here is how the math works. In my trading, I know I can be right about 7 out of 10 times, which means 7 out of 10 times I can generate profits anywhere from 500 to 1500 or more. So that's what I would get in payouts on those trades. If I am wrong and things really go against me substantially, I can blow an account maybe 3 out of 10 times. So 3 out of 10 times, it would cost me anywhere from $75 to $200 to replace that blown account. So now you're beginning to see this, right? So on a positive side, I can be 7 times whatever, 500 or 1500, as opposed to 3 times either $75 or $200. I began to realize there was no more need to hold back, because that's what I was doing. I was treating the SIM funded prop accounts like my own money. But it's the wrong way of looking at it, because it's not my own money. If I am, again, take a loss of $2,000, it's not the same as getting a payout of $2,000. That doesn't cancel itself out. A payout of $2,000 is actual money in my bank. Losing $2,000 just means it would cost me some money and time to replace the SIM funded account. So once I really understood how this math works, I began to push for bigger profits. How increasing leverage, for example, taking more aggressive setups, because I still knew that about 7 out of 10 times I would be right, and if I can increase the leverage and really catch the moves, the payouts could be substantial. And the risk, again, the risk is simply blowing the account, and I would have to spend a little bit of time and a little bit of money to replace that account. So what is required for this approach to work? First of all, of course, you need an edge, and you need to be able to execute that edge. For me, it's OmniEdge, it's HPS Signals, and the approach I also use in the trading room that connects price and time, where I can identify a certain price showing up at a certain time. You also need to be able to pass these evaluations efficiently, meaning it should not take you too long, and you should not have to need a whole bunch of evaluations to get your SIM funded account back. So this is a Take Profit Trader dashboard. This is a new evaluation that I just passed. They require 5 days. As you can see, I passed it in 3 days. They require 5 days, so then I just flipped a couple of days. But that's what I mean. For me, evaluations, I can pass them within 2 or 3 days, and then just whatever they require. And it takes me 1, sometimes 2 tries to pass each evaluation. And as promised, let's take a look at the bank account. So I was told I need to refresh the page just to show this is not Photoshop or anything. So what I have is I have a separate account for all the payouts. So all the payouts from all the prop firms come into this account. What I do next is I put it into a 30-day CD just to wait for everything to come in, and then I send it to Charles Schwab. And what I've been doing since I retired, buying dividend stocks. So that's what I've been doing, just buying dividend stocks and collecting them and growing them. So I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and that's the way to go for me. My lifestyle is very simple. I definitely cannot spend all this money. The fact is, my retirement income alone is probably enough, more than enough to keep me afloat. So that's what I do. But I can tell you that prop firms do present terrific opportunities where you don't have to use your own money, and as long as you have the edge and the skills needed, you can do very well. So that's going to be it for this video. Again, please leave me a like if this helped you in any way. All the details is in the description below, the Discord group, my email if you have any questions about OmniEdge. Thank you all. I'll see you next time.